Okay, so this is a wheel watcher. It's a steering wheel cover, but it's not the floppy kind of steering wheel cover you get at the store. This kind here goes on the steering wheel, and when the two halves come together at the bottom, it latches together, and the owner gets a key. So in other words, you can't take this off. Your parents can, or the company that owns the vehicle can, but other than that, it's locked onto the wheel. Now, the other component is the control box. The control box just simply plugs in under the dash like this. Now, these two components communicate wirelessly. This is just a prototype. It doesn't have any electronics in it, but I do have a functioning prototype, and so we're going to put that one on the steering wheel. We'll take a ride down the road, and I'll show you how the wheel watcher works. Thank you. A working prototype on the steering wheel. Before we get underway, I want to say a couple things about the wheel watcher. First of all parameters are programmable on this. The control box it plugs in under your dash has a USB port. So the owner of the vehicle can program in the speed in which they want this thing to activate and the time delay that's allowed the driver to drive with one hand before having to put it back on. And the reporting can be eliminated or included. Everything is programmable. So the way this works is when you're driving the car under 30 miles an hour, you can drive whatever way you want. One hand, two hands. But once you're over that 30 mile an hour mark, if you want to take a hand off the steering wheel to have a sip of coffee or change the heat or the music, you can do those things. But if you take longer than the 7 seconds and you decide to do something like texting or applying makeup, you're not going to be able to do that because the alarm's going to sound. And it's going to get louder and louder until you reset it. And you can't just reach up and reset it. You got to put your hand on there and hold on to it. It's also programmed to sound immediately. If you take both hands off the steering wheel, it's going to sound right away. So this promotes driving with two hands more often. If you've got two hands on the wheel, you're a better driver, you're a more focused driver, you're a less distracted driver, and you just have better driving habits. You're a better driver both physically and mentally. Thank you.